Brendan Rodgers has sent a huge Celtic transfer warning in which we will discuss in today's video. Not only that, we will also go over all the latest Celtic transfer news from the last 24 hours, but first make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Brendan Rodgers has made his stance clear to the Celtic board as the club continues its summer rebuild. With just 2 weeks until the league opener against St Mirren at Celtic Park and the Champions League playoff round not far off, the Irishman has stressed the need for more signings. Celtic confirmed the signing of Shin Yamada earlier today, adding to the arrivals of Callum Osmond and Benjamin Nygren already brought in this summer. But while all three show promise, none would be considered marquee signings. Rodgers quickly shifted focus to the need for attacking players who can deliver right away. Over the past 13 months, Celtic have lost three major attacking players, Kyogo Furuhashi, Nicholas Kuhn and Matt O'Reilly, all of who played a major part in the Hoops attack. Rodgers didn't hide the fact he wants replacements brought in. He said this, "I think it's bringing goals to the squad. When you've just scored 4 goals, that area seems to be okay, but we lost an important player in January. In Kyogo, we've lost Nicholas Kuhn and even Matt O'Reilly last summer. That's a lot of goals. Even though we scored a lot of goals last season, we still want more and our ambition is to have more. I think all across the front areas we have to be active in order to give us that depth. By the end of the window, I would expect us to have brought in players in certain areas of the pitch that we need for a very long season. Any coach would love to have them in at the beginning on the first day of pre-season, but we all know how the market works. As long as they're here by the end of August, and obviously in some areas we'd like them sooner, we'll be able to see the squad that we have and take it from there," Rodgers concluded. His words carry weight not just because of his track record, but because of the timing. Pre-season has shown positive signs, but he clearly feels the squad still lacks enough firepower up front to deal with the demands ahead. Now for the main story, Brendan Rodgers has given an update on Celtic's transfer plans with just over a month left in the window and Champions League qualifiers coming soon. Celtic have brought in 6 new players so far, including Shin Yamada earlier today, but with Kyogo, Greg Taylor and Nicholas Kuhn all moving on, there are still big gaps in the squad. Many fans are now asking if the board will give Rodgers the backing he needs to bring in top-level players who can lift the team to the next level. After winning a double and reaching the Champions League knockouts last season, expectations have grown. Rodgers knows the squad needs to improve again if they want to match or better that. Supporters want more than just numbers in the door, they want real quality. The Hoops need players who can make a difference, especially with the rest of the league looking to catch up. Even though 6 players have signed, it still feels like the team is short. Losing 3 regular starters has left Rodgers needing more options in key areas. Supporters are watching closely and hoping the club doesn't wait too long. They want to see real ambition from the board in the next few weeks. With big matches coming up fast, time is running out. The longer it takes to bring in players, the harder it becomes to get them up to speed. Rodgers knows this and says the squad needs help. He said this, "Yes, I still have a lot of work to do, but the guys that are training and working with us are doing so well. You see that today, and they are all developing their fitness and participating in the games for us. I would expect us by the end of the window to have brought in players in certain areas of the pitch that we will need to go through a really long season, but it is an exciting season for us," Rodgers said. Supporters are feeling restless. Some have already raised concerns that the current squad won't be strong enough. A big-name signing would lift the mood and show that the club means business. It would also give Rodgers the kind of player who can make a real difference in tight games. There isn't much time left before the first European qualifier. Rodgers needs to get deals done soon so new players can settle in. If they leave it too late, the team might be undercooked going into some of the most important games of the season. All eyes now turn to the next few pre-season games. These matches will show where the team stands and how well the new signings are settling in. It's also a key time for Rodgers to figure out what else he needs. If Celtic bring in the right players, they'll be well placed to build on last season and push on in Europe and the league. In other news, Yamada was officially unveiled at Celtic Park this afternoon before the Hoops 4-0 pre-season win over Newcastle United. Rodgers has made no secret of his admiration for the energy and mentality of his Japanese players, but it's Yamada's raw pace that's caught the Irishman's eye. The 25-year-old arrives from Japan's J-League with impressive physical stats, and Rodgers believes his speed will be a perfect fit for the attacking style he demands. Rodgers compared Yamada favourably to Daisen Maeda and Kyogo, 2 players known for their blistering pace and tireless pressing. Calling Yamada faster than both is a bold claim, and one that sets high expectations as the youngster settles into his new surroundings. Yamada became the club's sixth summer signing and adds further depth to the forward line. While it's early days, Rodgers is clearly excited about the player's potential to stretch defences and inject further urgency into the team's high-tempo approach. Rodgers said this: "His profile suits how we play. He's one of the quickest players from the Japanese league, even quicker than Dazen and Kyogo in terms of statistics. That's how we play, that speed in the top line." So I'm really looking forward to seeing him come in and seeing what he can bring. All the Japanese players we work with have intensity, have fitness, and have this momentum, this mentality to keep going. So we think he'll bring that, and hopefully we can develop him like we have the other players, he concluded. Rodgers' emphasis on Yamada's pace shines a light on what Celtic are trying to build in the final third. Maeda and Kyogo have been central to that identity over the last 4 years, harassing defenders and exploiting space with relentless movement. If Yamada is indeed quicker, he'll bring another layer of threat. It also speaks to the type of opposition Celtic expect to face: deep blocks and packed defences. A rapid forward with direct running could be the difference in tight domestic games or European nights where space is at a premium. Rodgers is clearly planning for those scenarios. Celtic have drawn on the Japanese market consistently, not just for quality, but for players with strong attitudes and professional standards. Yamada joins a group who have already set the tone. If his speed can be matched by game intelligence, he'll be a serious asset. Lastly, Kieran Tierney made a memorable return to Celtic Park this afternoon, providing an assist in Celtic's emphatic 4-0 win over Newcastle United. It was the left-back's first appearance at Paradise since rejoining the Hoops, and he wasted no time in reminding supporters of his quality. Coming off the bench in the second half, Tierney capped off a dominant display by Brendan Rodgers' side with a trademark run and pinpoint delivery to set up Liam Scales for the fourth goal. The move was vintage Tierney, bursting down the wing and whipping in a cross with precision. The substitute appearance marked Tierney's third appearance of pre-season, but this one carried extra weight as it was his first in front of the Celtic support since his return. The reception was, as expected, loud, emotional, and full of admiration for a player who has long been adored by the support. While it was only a friendly, the occasion felt like something more for Tierney. His performance, though brief, was impactful and highlighted the added depth and drive he brings to the squad as the new campaign edges closer. Tierney said this: "Oh, what man, amazing. I didn't know what to expect, but that was just brilliant. What a feeling. It was quite emotional, actually, going onto the park like that, but amazing. A great day for me, definitely getting there. Good training sessions, good time in Portugal there, and a few games in that, and slowly getting there, definitely. They're a great team, so it just shows the quality that we've got when we play like that. You know, we can give anyone a game, and some of the goals we scored were brilliant today. It's brilliant, but it's good to get a good pre-season as well and go up the gears and get the minutes and get the games and get used to all the boys and the team. So, yes, I'm looking forward to each and every day," he concluded. Tierney's assist served as a reminder of just how dangerous Celtic can be with him in the side. His energy and natural connection with the crowd lifted the atmosphere again in a second half that already belonged to the boys. The result, while not competitive, offered further encouragement for Rodgers as pre-season preparations build momentum. Celtic were sharp across the park, scoring 4 well-taken goals and keeping a clean sheet against a strong Premier League side. Scales' goal added the finishing touch, but it was Tierney's contribution that drew the loudest reaction, with fans delighted to see one of their own back at Celtic Park. As pre-season rolls on, Tierney will be keen to build on this momentum and push towards full sharpness. On Saturday's evidence, he's not far off. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.